I'm just seeing who's on. Hey guys, hi. It's very quiet in this house. Super, super quiet. Hey Melissa. Yay! I'm just gonna keep painting. It's a baby nursery here for a young girl that lives here in town, and her mom asked me to come paint some cactuses on their wall. So it was just odd because I just painted cactuses, but they were very bright on Sunday, and these are Saturday, and these are it's going in a very neutral boho cactus room. So I thought I would just turn the camera on, and I'm gonna keep busy. Maybe I will inspire somebody to go paint on a wall. I've been doing a lot of it lately. All right. I've got my little spray jar. I kind of wet the wall down just a little bit because we want kind of a watercolor look. I may have seen Jen Brook over on here. Jen, maybe this is one of your clients. I think this is a Nursery Couture girl. How fun is that? You make that look easy. It is easy. It's so easy, you guys. It's like doodling. It's just like doodling. These leaves have little circles in them, so I just use this little brush like this with some white fluff and just spin it in circles. Nothing perfect. Now I'm going to show you, I drew it out first. Here's some that I've already painted. And it's going to wrap. It's wrapping around that other wall too. So I'm just going to keep working. If y'all have any questions, y'all ask me, and I guess I could bring you up. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask me, and I will, I'll look at them later. I'll look at them later tonight when I'm not working, and I can answer you. Otherwise, just say hey. Just say hi. Oh, Ruth's on. Hey, Ruth. Hey, Gail. When you spray the water on first, it makes it really easy to fill in between, and it gives you a real watercolor look, not a dry brush look. There's a difference between that dry brush look where it looks kind of like it was dry. When you add the water, they all start to kind of blend together, and it doesn't look streaky. It looks like it has kind of a flow. I guess cactuses are the thing right now. I'm so tiny. Eddie, thank you. Gail, you're really sweet. I'm not used to that word. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to getting the tiny word. But thank you. let's do this other big boy. Can y'all see it good enough? I'm gonna do this, big one. It's a big fat one. I'll move y'all closer. Maybe let me go get the light. Good, Melissa. I'm so glad. All right, so, okay, you can see on this one, maybe, that they kind of, because I added water, it kind of started to run, so I have to go back in and clean up my little circles. Because some of it ran. Kind of got a little drip action. All right, so I'm gonna wet it first. And I like it to be dark on the outside edge. So I kind of do my outline first. This is Evergreen. I haven't, I put on there that I'm using Evergreen and Collard Green, but I haven't used Collard Green yet. Collard Green's gonna do these two real tall skinny ones, and Collard Green's gonna do the skinny ones that are right over there. But these are all in Evergreen. So I'm doing my outside edge. Wow. Just like that. I didn't have quite enough on my brush and not quite enough water. But this was a big one. A little bit more water on there. And then I just want to keep working this edge. I don't want the edge to look hard. I don't want it to be a hard edge. So, hey Amy, hi Lisa. So I just kind of keep spraying it with water and bringing it in towards the middle a little bit. I want to keep it moist, keep this whole center wet. So I think I'm going to switch brushes now to a little bit bigger brush. These are some brushes that one of my ladies sent me. Kind of got it wet. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit of paint, a little bit of water on it. And this one is gonna have some obvious streaks in it on purpose because I want it to look kind of ridgy, like it's got ridges. I pick up my smaller brush. I use this brush all the time. It's just a 1-inch artist brush. And bring this around like that. Oh yeah, got lots of water working on it now. I'm bringing that other brush. The other brush is just to cover more area faster. So I like this one to bring in the streaks. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see how it's kind of streaky? Looks streaky. Hey Corrine. Hey Christine. Hi. What did someone ask me? Use a projector. No, I did not. I did not use a projector, perhaps a video on how. I did a time-lapse video of some of it already, but not me drawing it, but I just drew it with a pencil. I didn't project it. I just very free flow drew it. So I'm gonna do the same thing down here. I'm spraying this with water. Take the camera down for you guys. Yeah, I thought the drawing part would be super boring. So I didn't do that, but no, I have no projector here. Sometimes I do use a projector on big murals that are super complicated, or especially if it's like someone's logo or branding of some sort. It's just easier to use. But when it's something really free like this, especially the cactus, I mean, it's like drawing a bunch of snowmen in different shapes and sizes. And like the one that y'all saw me post about over the weekend at that'll be my grandbaby's room, that was no projector either. And this one I drew with a pencil. That one I drew with a Sharpie. My daughter-in-law was like, you're just drawing with a Sharpie? You don't even know where you're going? I'm like, yeah, I'm just drawing it. So there was no room for mistake, but so see, I've got water dripping down because it is definitely wet, but I'm just trying to get my darker edge right here. And I do want it to be more streaky, so I gotta kind of spray the water on. Bring this other brush in, a little color. Got some water dripping down on her baseboard. Paper towel. It's chalk paint though, so you know what? It comes right off. How about spraying water by the electrical socket? Hello, Miss Fancy. Hello, Robin. Hi. I need music, but every time you turn music on, Facebook shuts you down. I don't know how that guy that does the pottery, how he has music going the whole time. So I think I decided I wanted to do kind of a little dividing line there, like where they meet, like that. If you popped on, thank you for popping on. If you gotta go, I get it. I just was feeling very lonely. All right, I'm good with that. Where'd my napkin go? All right, I'm gonna move on, but I'm gonna have to watch that one because it's got some water dripping as it dries. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. Okay. Oh. Cute. So cute. Let's see, where else can we go? Let's go do this one down here. I make big messes while I paint. I need drop cloths. Yeah, I don't have any drop cloths in here. Let's see. Oops, sorry. That was really not very graceful. Let me get my light. All right. Let's start down here. Down. Where are you? Down. I do have to sign up and get back. No problem, Gail. No problem. Thank you for popping on and saying hi, though. All right, I'm gonna get started right here. Let's see if y'all are in the line of view. Okay. So if you just popped on, if anyone hops on, my name is Tracy. I'm with Tracy's Fancy in San Antonio, Texas, and I am a furniture painter, artist, blogger, wall muralist, mom, grandma, wife, encourager, health and fitness coach, and Today I'm painting locally here in San Antonio and thought I would get on and just let y'all watch and not do too much talking. Can y'all see? Y'all can't even see. I'm gonna get you down here where you can see. Here we go. Just smearing that paint. Purposefully want it to be very streaky. So far I've only used 2 colors. I'm using Dixie Belle. This is Evergreen, very watered down. And then this is what it looks like. And then Tammy, hi honey. And then I've added a little bit of fluff to some of them as accents. And then I'm gonna be doing collard greens. There's 2 very tall skinny ones here and some other ones over on the other side. And I'll be adding collard green to that, which is a super, super, just like collard greens, like cooked collard greens. When you cook them and they're super dark. Okay. I've moved up. I forget to take y'all with me. Okay, see how it's super dark right there? I don't want that. So I take my sprayer and I just spray it with some water. And that way I can smear it out. And the paint starts to, the minerals in the chalk and the paint start to loosen up and kind of liquefy almost. And I can just really spread it out. It's like watercolor. Like, I don't know how many of you have seen me do the watercolor, the mermaid chairs with watercolor. This paint's amazing to do like that. That kind of comes to a little point up there. Here, right there. When you draw these, they look kind of like little aliens. They look like little gremlins. The ones with the pointy ears, or the little pointy pieces on them. I was like, I feel like I'm drawing a gremlin. Oh, that one's dripping. You gotta control. If you're using water, that's the only thing is you have to control your drip, or you end up making something super abstract. You're like, Oh. What am I gonna do with that big drip? Actually, if I had baby wipes, that's one really good thing about baby wipes and chalk paint. Baby wipes will take it right off. But I did not bring any. So I have to be careful. Don't you think this looks like a gremlin ear? Don't you think? Just a painted wall like sheetrock. Yes, it's painted. Yeah, it's just a sheetrock wall. Yep, it sure is. Do one little more thing up here. Actually, they had painted it. Her and her mom, they painted it, and they painted it kind of a beachy green. They picked a green out of the crib sheet. And then they didn't like it. They thought it looked beachy. And this house is very, very natural. Like very few colors in the home. Natural wood, natural stone. They're like, it just didn't go with the rest of the house. So they decided they wanted this cactus mural. And I told them, well, try to get that wall white. So they painted it white over the weekend for me. And she has an inspiration photo of someone else's room, and I'm literally just taking it right off of that. So she liked their style a lot. So when I blog, I'll be giving credit to that nursery and to that artist, and this is my rendition of it. So make sure, you guys, most of you already are, but make sure that you go to my website at traceysfancy.com and fill out the little box that you get my weekly newsletters. Every Sunday, I send out an email of whatever I've done that week, and it's a full blog, a project. Tells you everything I've done. Okay, so this is gonna be fun. This is a bunch of circles, but I want to do them lighter. So they're gonna be. I wonder if I can do Farmhouse Green. Let's see what Farmhouse Green looks like with it. Yeah, I like that. So it's a little bit of farmhouse. So I'm mixing. Come over here and see. I'm mixing. Let me move the light. Can you see that? I'm gonna mix a little bit of farmhouse with just a touch on my brush of the Evergreen in it. So it'll be two different, kind of a mix of two different greens. Now these are all just my base coats, you guys. I'll have, I'm gonna have different, elements on here. I think these have prickles, what do you call those? Like, the little spikes. I have these on. I'll have to come back and add all of those elements and some details. But for right now, looky there. Pretty cute, huh? And one up here. Put just a little bit, just put a little dot of the green. See how it's both colors on one? Just do it like that. But the water really does the trick. You'll struggle if you try to do this on the wall and you want a real natural look. You're gonna struggle without adding water. Now the wall that I did over the weekend for my daughter-in-law's, hers was super, super bold, super color filled, not sheer at all. It was lots of layered looks, and I'm gonna blog about that as well. Thank you, Claudina. I'll be blogging about that as well, and telling you exactly how I got that look, but that look had no water on it at all. That look was lots of just texturized paint, using different tools to lay it down on there. Okay. Prickly pears, Kim said. Prickly pears. Yeah, I'll put the little pricklies on there. So I just spray. Let's do this one in the corner. Just spray it with a little bit of water. the green on my brush, the Evergreen. And this lighter green that I just started using is called Farmhouse Green. I didn't put that in the description because I didn't know for sure I was going to use it. But I am. And haven't used collard green yet. I like that. So y'all know what today is. Oh, thanks, Larry. You know what? I talk about that when I teach my classes. Here's a little bit of green on there again. I talk about that. I talk about having confidence, know where you're going. Just decide I'm gonna go from there to there and just go. Like, don't think about it. Don't get too close to your work. Just go for it. It really does make a huge difference in, I think that it shows, you know, I think it shows in the work itself. So just pick a point where you're starting, pick a point where you're going, and just go for it. So thank you, that's a nice comment. So today, guys, is my daughter that's 12. It is her first day of babysitting. She is babysitting for my granddaughter who's 2. And she was so nervous, y'all. She was so nervous this morning. She was like, I think I'm gonna have an anxiety attack, Mom. Not nervous that she couldn't do the work. She knows Harlow as well as Harlow's mommy, almost. So, and she's almost 13 actually, but she, I think she was just nervous about, I don't know, disappointing someone, or I'm not sure, but she got her to sleep, she got her to bed, she's already had her nap. It's a big deal on my baby's babysitting. She's my last one. She's my 4th. For those of you that don't know, I have 4 children, and they range in the age from 36 to 12. 36 to 12. And Zadie is my baby. And she is just growing up fast. So yeah, she's babysitting. She's at a job and I'm at a job. So it's her spring break. So I told her, that's a good question, Rose. I'll answer in a second. I told her that as soon as I pick her up today, when they're done, well, I think she's babysitting till like 5, that I would take her to the mall, because she's already has all these ideas of what she wants to do with that money. It's her first time to earn like a whole day's worth of work's money, so she's pretty pumped. I want a little more green in that one. I like. Okay, I know it is a big deal, Melissa. And she has two nieces right now that live less than 5 miles away. There's Harlow and there's Kenzie. One is 2.5, one's almost 2. And then Cambry's gonna be born in May, another little girl. That's our granddaughter. So I told her, I'm like, girl, you're gonna have all kinds of spending money. You're gonna be that 13, 14, 15-year-old aunt that they're gonna be fighting over who gets you on upcoming Friday night. The girls are just gonna want her to come babysit, whether the parents have anywhere to go or not, you know? Parents are gonna have to think of somewhere to go. So I'm probably gonna be fighting Zadie for babysitting. I'd be like, it's my turn, it's my turn. She's gonna be like, no, I want the money. Okay, so I think Rose asked, do I charge by the project or by the hour? I never charge by the hour, Rose. For one thing, I don't like to pay people. I don't like to pay people by the hour. When I have anyone come to my home and do work for me, or when I have anyone work for me in general for Tracy's Fancy, I don't like to pay by the hour. And the reason I don't like to charge by the hour also is because a lot of times my work is broken up and I just have trouble logging like true hours. So for this job, I looked at it and they sent me pictures and I knew about how long it would take and I charged by the job. And then it's just up to, me to get it done in an amount of time, then I'm not resentful for what I charged. You know, it makes me become really efficient with my time. So that's the way I do it. I liked that green in there. Turn that corner. I really like that she wanted this cacti to turn the corner. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. The paint itself is super easy to work with, but just lots of experience. Okay. So I'm trying not to get in y'all's way. So I'm painting off from the side here. It's not quite the angle I normally would do, but I want y'all to see what I'm doing because hopefully it will inspire someone to do something similar. Like I said, you really want to try to keep your wall wet because your paint will flow so much easier, but you also have to be careful not to have runoff without going to catch it. You don't want drips coming down your wall unless that's the look you're going for. Did anyone that's on here right now, Lynn, wasn't that video funny? One of my friends online actually shared it with me. They have a dog, by the way. Can you hear? That dog's name is Bowie. I think this might be Grandma, so I might have to go. Who's here? Who's here?
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
I am on a live video. What do you think so far?
I love
Tracy.
Tracy.
Good
Nice
to meet you. Thank you for calling. Do you like it so far?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Does it look good? We're on live video. You want to say hi? Say hi. That's Grandma. And that's Mama to be right there. And that was Bowie that you heard. That was the dog. So yeah, she said I could do it. So yeah, I'm just hanging out talking to some people while I paint. So
How funny. I wonder if that's why Jen texted me.
Oh, did you? Are you friends with Jim Brookover?
Yes.
Yeah, she saw. She was on. That is so funny. I was like, Jen, yeah, I didn't know that you knew her.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah,
Jen,
she's
you
one of my
might,
best friends.
this is a nursery couture person, so you might be doing their baby photos.
She's definitely doing the baby photos.
How funny. That is so
Yes,
funny.
she is on the calendar.
Isn't that funny? See, it's a small world. They are saying hello.
Oh.
They're saying hello. So I added, I hope you don't care, I added this lighter color for this section right here in just this one corner. But you really can't even tell because I'm mixing it. But these that are left are going to have that deeper,
The other color.
the deeper color.
So cute.
I love
Good?
it. I love it so far.
Yay. Okay.
Yay.
I got the approval. That is her first time, you guys, to come in and look at it. I couldn't believe it. I kept thinking she's going to pop in any minute, but she hadn't. So nice to meet you, Elaine.
Nice to meet you too,
Thank
Tracy.
you.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Now do you see why I love what I do so much? Did y'all hear that? How nice is that lady? I need to lower my light. Will it come down anymore? Why is that not coming down anymore? There we go, it came down. Yeah, that's why I love what I do. People are so freaking nice. Hey, Marlis. Hi, honey. So the grandma is the one who actually contacted me. There's a boutique here in town that I've worked with for years and done some work for them. Hey, PETA. Hi, hun. And anyway, I knew that they had shopped there because of the sheets that they showed me, but I didn't ask. How'd you find my work? So she's very good friends with a lady by the name of Jen Brookover who has Jen Brookover Photography, and she is a newborn photographer. She's amazing, and she's done our babies' newborn photos, all the grandbabies too. So I saw her pop on a minute ago, not knowing that she knew this woman, and I guess Jen had texted her and said, hey, they're doing a live video about your grandbaby's room. So anyway, that's that. So that was interesting. That was fun. I'm just gonna keep painting. I just squirt my little circle, get my Farmhouse Green, fill in this cactus like this that I've already gone on, and I just freehand. Someone asked if I used a projector, but I did not. I just freehanded a bunch of different cactus shapes. There is a photo that the mama-to-be had of a nursery that she loved, that they had done this on their wall. And so I just used their photo and freehanded it from that. But I will certainly, when I blog about it this weekend, I will show that nursery in my blog and refer to them, so that, because I did a whole preach session on make sure you give credit where credit is due. And I'm adding a little bit of the Evergreen to the farmhouse right here. Hey, Miss Becky, are you popped on? I have not started your dresser yet, but I have all my supplies. I did go buy special supplies for it because I want to do, Becky brought me this really amazing, like Bombay, it's a French provincial, but it's a Bombay shape. It's like I think you call them maybe commode shape. She brought to me, and is gonna let me kind of freely do a new technique that I haven't done before. So I'm excited, but I haven't had a chance to start it. My goal is to get to it tomorrow, but we'll see. We shall see. Becky, our baby days are over, but do you remember how much fun we had doing our own nurseries? You had such a, remember when Brock, no, it wasn't Brock. Maybe it was Brock's nursery. Was it Cannon's nursery that you did the clouds on this? I think that was Cannon. It was such a pretty nursery. For a little boy. I'm at a weird angle here, but I think we're good. So let's see, someone said, thank you, Lynn. Yeah, I feel like that needed to be said. That video was hilarious. That's so mean. Oh yeah. Okay, so Jane Baker is my mom. She's my biological mom. She did not raise me. We met when I was 21, and she is my best friend. And we are two peas in a pod for sure. And I shared that large and in charge Marge, or whatever it's called, large Marge or something, yesterday. That lady acts just like her for sure. I don't know, Melissa, what you're talking about. That would be neat. Something would be neat. Okay, so if I do those in collard green, and this one's evergreen, and this one's farmhouse, I've got some tall, skinny soldiers back here. I think I'm gonna do those in evergreen. So let's move over to this big, fat grandpa boy over here. Look at this one. How cool is he? Yeah, wasn't it funny? It was really funny. Okay, I'm gonna put y'all about right there. This one is super, super fat. So I'm probably going to use my bigger brush. So we're going to do, it's a big circle. It's this big. It's real big. One big one. Rose, I don't know what all you just said. Oh, clouds on the ceiling. Yeah, it was really, really pretty. It was a boys' nursery, but it still was really pretty. Rose, I don't know what you just typed. I think maybe your numbers, I think maybe you had your numbers on or something. It was all numbers. It was like you were talking in code. Were you talking in code? All right, this one is a big fat boy, and it's gonna have a lot of spikes on it. Yeah, Christine, isn't that cool? They They have really made a comeback, haven't they? Whoa, yeah. Okay, so watch this. Watch this. This is kind of like when it looks dry brushed, like that. Can you see that? That. See how it looks dry brushed? I don't like that. So we aren't going to go for that look at all. We're spraying it with water, and then when you paint, you see the difference? It's like nice and fluid. It has like a real fluid look to it. That's what we're after here. We don't want a dry brush look. How can I get you lower? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna use my bigger brush. Just to kind of fill in, and then I'll go back with, oh, my head's in the way, sorry. And I'll go back with that smaller brush to add a more fluid look, but I just want to fill this in. I think my head's getting in the way. Sorry guys, I'm in a weird angle. I have to use this brush, sorry. All right. So now I'm going to take my brush and kind of turn it sideways and bring some of the dark paint all to, if you kind of use it as a scraper, it brings some dark all in one line. See how I made that dark line? See, like right here, let's see if I can make another one. See that? If you kind of push it over, it'll make it, of course I need them to go this way. Oops, I'm gonna have to change sides. Hold on. There. How's that? Pretty good? I think that's good. Like. Okay, see what anybody says. Awesome, thank you. The ones I've bought are garbage. Oh, look, y'all are talking to each other. I love that. I love that. Peeta's talking to Suzanne. Fine Mist Rays. Oh, yes. Okay, so this, someone gave me this. This is a fine mist sprayer, and it doesn't have a brand on it. It was a gift from Carla, but I think, oh, actually it does. Stylist Sprayers. So I think that this has paintbrushes all over it, but I think it's also from like beauty supply stores. It's Stylist. So Stylist sprayers, SPRAYERS.com, Stylist Sprayers. So it's a mister, which is better when you're working on a project like this. I also use like a regular spray bottle sometimes too. So that's a good question. Any other questions right now, guys? I'm gonna just move up here. I'm gonna move up and do one of these small ones, but I definitely feel like I'm in y'all's way now. I'm gonna make it where you can see. So right now I'm just using straight Evergreen. The last one I did was a mix of Farmhouse and Evergreen, and this one is straight Evergreen. I still haven't broke out the collard green, but and I probably won't on the live, but when you see the finished product, you'll know that the darker, more kind of a grayish green is Evergreen. Well, it's almost a black green, but I'm sure by the time I add water to it, it's going to end up with like a gray-green color. There. One more little spritz right there. Oh, that's probably a little much. Can always take it off with a rag. And then because it's cut, now this one is definitely, it's gonna have spikes and it's also gonna have some black lines in it, for sure. Let's see that up close. Hold on. So I'm gonna take a step back with the camera and let y'all see all of it, and then we'll close, okay? Yes, in the, who's asking? Oh, PETA. Thank you, Melissa. PETA, in the top of this description, like if you click out of the video and go back and look on Tracey's Fancy, look at the video, scroll up to the top and you'll see where I described what I was doing today. And I have my affiliate link up there. So if you actually click on that link and purchase any chalk paints, I get credit for those because I'm an affiliate. I'm a brand ambassador. I'm not an affiliate. I'm actually a brand ambassador, and I work very closely with them, and I love their stuff. Okay, so let's turn it around. That's my light. So this is it so far. So far. It's gonna actually go this tall. So it starts down here, and look at my hand come up here. It's gonna go all the way up here. Oh, up there, all the way up there. That's how tall it'll be. Almost to about a foot away from the ceiling. I don't know if you can see that behind me. So the tallest point over here is right here. And you can see this one that's painted. So it's pretty big. It's not gonna stay low. So one last look. Here over my head. I like to do it where y'all can see. Over my head. Cute, huh? Goes around the corner. Yay! Hey guys, thank you. Thank you for popping on. That was really sweet of y'all. Thank you for saying hello and for asking such good questions. And make sure that you go sign up for my blog on traceysfancy.com, so you will get a newsletter on Sunday, and it'll have all of the finished photos of today's work and how I did it, okay? Thanks you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all soon.